Welcome back to the United Score. We finally got our wish where we saw Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes playing in the same 11. That was a good game, man. A good win. I must commend Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the United team for that win. This is the analysis of the game between Manchester United and Sheffield United. The game started off with Manu attacking the game a little more than Sheffield was. It was a game that was easy on the eyes for the most part of it. Even though we were looking forward to the start of Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, it wasn't the start that I must say I was anticipating. Paul Pogba, he made a lot of passes, yes, but some of the passes didn't come off. He didn't look as comfortable as he did last week, but he did put on a good show. Bruno Fernandes himself also wasn't as clinical as he was last week. A lot of his passes wasn't all that. Still can't complain about it. We saw where Marcus Rashford got a lot of passes, and I don't know what happened to him today. He didn't look like the sort of player that he was a few weeks ago. That pass that was provided to him by Anthony Martial for a goal, I am still left wondering how he missed that. Yes, he was under pressure by the defenders, but how did he miss? How did Marcus Rashford miss that goal? We were supposed to be up about 3. We were supposed to be up by 3 or 4 goals in the first half, and we weren't. I'm not as critical of the team because we just came back from the COVID-19 break, but we could have been more clinical and we could have got more goals in the first half, which would have given Marcus Rashford more boost. We started with Greenwood on the right wing, which was a good move for me because James, for me, doesn't offer as much as Greenwood does in terms of shot selection, pass selection, and Greenwood is a more proven goal scorer than Daniel James, so I am for that Greenwood change. In terms of Matic, I wasn't so sure about the Matic start, but to my surprise, he did hold his own, and we can't knock him for that. Now, last week I was so critical about David De Gea, it wasn't even funny. David De Gea, he didn't have a lot of touches on the ball today, so I cannot knock him for the way he played. So that is all I can say about David De Gea this week. He did what he was supposed to do, even though he didn't get a lot of shots taken at him, if any at all. I can't remember much shots, if any, were taken at him that were of any danger or any significance. Now the defensive line was pretty much good this week. So a lot of coverage was done by Lindelof and Harry Maguire this week, and they pretty much did what they were supposed to do. If they did that, they had done that last game, we would have won and we would have had 2 games. But that is all in the past, so let's move on to the future. 3 goals by Anthony Martial, not bad. So this partnership between Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, it didn't gel as much for me as I thought it would. It wasn't as smooth. The passes that they made didn't come off as much as it could have. Yes, they did make all those passes. I believe that the focus of Sheffield wasn't on the right areas of the game because they were broken down pretty easy through those 2 first goals by Anthony Martial. That throw by Wan-Bissaka that ended up at Rashford's foot. And Rashford ended up losing that defender to make a cross, which ended up with Anthony Martial scoring the goal. That was a brilliant goal by Manu. However, the defensive line of Sheffield was in question. A win is always good, and I must commend Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for the team he put out today, because even though there was a question of only one person, he made up for that by playing a good game. Yes, there were bits and pieces where we could have seen him do better. That is Nemanja Matic. But he did hold his own, and I respect the game that he played today. Let's jump right into the player ratings. Now, the player ratings is going to be much different from last week because this is a different game from what we saw last week. David De Gea, he didn't have much to do this week, so I'm going to give De Gea a 6. His game was good, can't complain, he didn't have much to do, he didn't get much shots taken against him, so I can't complain about De Gea. So I'll give De Gea a 6 this week. Wan-Bissaka. Well, Wan-Bissaka had a hand in the first 2 goals for Anthony Martial, so I must give him kudos for that. And I'm going to give Wan-Bissaka 8 this week. He really played well as a right back. Yes, he gave away the ball a few times, but he made up for it when he tracked back, won back some of the balls. He put across some okay crosses for me this week. Wan-Bissaka seems to be working on his crossing, and we have evidently seen that in the fact that he is now having more assists to his name. So Victor Lindelof, he didn't have a bad game. We saw one of the times where he had to track back to get to the ball, and he made a good stop. So I'm going to give Lindelof a 7 this week. Really played well. Harry Maguire, now coming from that mistake that was made last week, I cannot say that he played bad this week. So I'm going to give Harry Maguire a 7 also. Luke Shaw, well, he does like to move forward. So his game was also not bad. He did make do with the position that he has. He was very critical to our win today. So I'm going to give Luke Shaw also a 7 for the game he had today. Paul Pogba. Pogba didn't do as well as I thought he would have done today, but he did have a good game in his own right. I saw where he put out a lot of effort in trying to win the ball for Man U, and he made a lot of passes. So I'm going to give Paul Pogba a 6 this week for his effort. Nemanja Matic, playing as the holding mid for Manchester United, we saw where Matic, he didn't play a bad game. He actually held his own. He made some runs, he made some dribbles with the ball and made some crucial passes, even though it didn't lead to any other goals. But Matic held his own today, and I'm going to give Matic a 7. He did play well. Even though I had a question mark over Matic playing, but Matic did play well. Can't complain. Mason Greenwood, he was on the right today for Manchester United. His game was pretty average. Yes, he did manage to make some passes and make some runs, but the overall impact was just okay for me. So I'm gonna give Mason Greenwood a 6 this week. He had a good game though. Bruno Fernandes, he also, for me, he kept Man U ticking. So Bruno made some passes in the final third for Manchester United. Some of them didn't come off, I must say, but a lot of them came off as well. And I believe that he was expecting some runs that didn't happen. So with Bruno in the middle, it gave Sheffield the scare of whether or not he was going to shoot or whether or not he was going to make a pass. So I believe that indecisiveness by Sheffield allowed Bruno to play the game he played, and I'm going to give him a 7. Also, he does have a thing for long shots, so let's hope one day he does score from one of them. Marcus Rashford. Marcus had a good game, even though he started off pretty shaky, because he should have scored that goal earlier on that Anthony Martial provided him with. I cannot provide an excuse for him, but if I was supposed to give him an excuse, I would say that it was because the defender was closing in on him. So both of them sandwiched him, and I guess he put him off. That's why he actually missed the goal. It was an open goal, so I don't know how he missed it, but that's just life. We won 3-0, so I can't complain. Well, I'm going to give Marcus Rashford an 8 today. Now, Anthony Martial did play a good game for us today, and I can't complain about his game. He looked like number 9 that we want. He made some pretty crucial turns in the final third for us. He could have had more goals than the 3. Could have had about 5 goals, I think. Listen. I'm gonna come disrupt the video.
No, why didn't they ever come here?
Yeah, man. We need to have a discussion, brother. So let me know when you want to have a discussion and make it. Yeah, man, make it viral. You need to go viral, brother. You need to go viral. Chelsea, man.
They don't know what they're doing.
Chelsea, man, I go, man. You know about Man U. So yeah, as I was saying, so I must give kudos to Anthony Martial for scoring his first hat-trick, and also the first hat-trick since Alex Ferguson left us as a coach in 7 years. So that's really, really good for Manchester United and Anthony Martial's confidence. So I give Anthony Martial a 9 this week, and he is our official man of the match. Man of the match, Anthony Martial. So again, the overall game was pretty good, and I can't complain. So 3-0 against Sheffield, 3 points in the bag. Now let's get top 4, get Chelsea. And as you just saw the Chelsea man. So he will be one of the next videos that is coming up pretty soon. So can look out for that also. So this has been the United Score. Please remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, what was it? We saw where a lot of coverage was done by Harry Maguire and